Hi folks, and welcome back to another Trek Collector. Well, this week I have a special treat for yous. This was just released in the States only last week, and thanks very much for Jamie at Round 2 Models and AMT for sending me this sample kit to do this review for you guys today. So we are looking at Star Trek, the USS Enterprise model set. Snap assembly 1 to 2500 scale, featuring NX01, which is new to this scale size, NCC 1701, NCC 1701 refit, NCC 1701B, NCC 1701C, NCC 1701D, and NCC 1701E. So it's kind of the first time that we've had all the Enterprises together in a model kit. Now, yes, we are missing the A, unfortunately, but we still have the refit. So let's kind of take a look. The artwork, I have to say, on the box is absolutely fantastic. This is obviously the models done. It was advertised that they were going to be using pressurized stickers. That is now gone, and it is water decals, just so you know, guys. So the artwork on the box is actually very, very nice. So, you know, they're showing their 1350 series. So that's the TOS and the motion picture. I got the original run of that one, and I have the last release of the 1350 kit. I did a review on that a while ago. I also recently got the smooth hull, which is well worth the money, I have to say, actually, because that's the way I want to do my Enterprise. So anyway, we've got a couple of their other kits here, and then on the side, if we can go back, so there's all our Enterprises there, and then they all come with their own stand, which is very nice. And again there, and we'll just take a look at the back. I like the back, I have to say. I really, really, really like this. I think this is fairly funky and cool. Okay, so ship name, they'll have the lengths and a bit of details there. So I might hold it up for you so you get a better look there. So NX01 Enterprise, USS Enterprise NCC 1701. So actually, sorry, there it is. So they have the air date, September 2001, September 1966, December 1979, November 1994, February 1990, September 1987, and November 1996. So they have the air dates of when the ships were actually on screen, which is fairly cool. And they have the first appearances, so obviously like Star Trek Enterprise, the series, for the NX01 and so forth. So really, really, really nice. So without going on too much longer, let's open this box. Okay, now they do say that they have the whole colors right, and one thing that I have spotted out, that this kind of is fairly kind of like an luminous green. This is the Enterprise C, so I will probably have to, if I'm using the model decals, that is one that I will have to spray white. But like AMT, 9 times out of 10, sometimes they try and inject the color into the kits, so you don't have to add any color. But with the C, I'm afraid I will have to do something. We've got the D here, which is in a grey. We'll get to them now in a few minutes. These are the stands. This is for the smaller ships, and you can see plastic stands there. We'll open all this now in a few minutes. Larger base stands for the larger models. And remember, guys, these are all in scale, which is fairly cool. So here we have the saucer section of the Enterprise D. Okay. And this is the Enterprise E, which is a nice kind of a white, which is grand. We've got the old girl herself, where it all started. The original Enterprise, and in that bag as well, I'd say, is the refit by the looks of things, and the new one. Leave that to last. Let's see what this is. And here's the Enterprise B. So here we go. Let's open this bag first. Okay, guys, so I'm switching cameras here just because this will give better focus. So hopefully the sound's still okay on this. So here is the NX01. This is new to this scale size and was added to the kit. The one great thing about this kit is, it's all of them in one box. The last series they had, I think it was the original, the refit, and the B in one box, and then you got the C separately, you got the D, and you got the E, but everything's in this box, which is great. So here is the NX-01. So there's a nice bit of detail on something that's this small. It's fairly cool, and the whole color is fairly cool. Now we'll look. These parts, I don't think they're on the instructions, but these are part of the stands. I'll get into that later on, guys. Okay, but that's your NX-01, and I have to say, very good detailing. So that's a very good addition. Now we'll go into the Constitution, the old girl herself. Great thing about this Matt Jeffries design is that just simpleness. As I said, I recently purchased the smooth hull from Polar Lights, and I have to say, it was a great buy. And the whole colours here, again, if you're putting on these decals, no problem. It's close enough. I won't be too fussy. So we're going to move on to the refit. Now, unfortunately, this is not the A. That is one letdown. I really think they should have given us an A, which would have been fairly cool. But colour is white. Now, they do say if you do want to do it to the refit, they're recommending that you spray paint her a white pearlescent, which is very true to the Star Trek The motion picture. But if you don't worry about it, because if you apply the decals and without the white pearlescent, you're pretty much doing the Star Trek The Wrath of Khan Enterprise. But the paintwork from the motion picture was absolutely beautiful and stunning. Unfortunately, it wreaked havoc on the guys trying to film the model with the pearlescence. It was reflecting off the camera lens, which is such a shame. Here is the B. Now, this is one of the trickier parts of this kit, I will say. And here is, again, nice with the deep detail. Very nicely done indeed. So there's a few more little bits and pieces for her with her along the cells. And then the cells on this as well is a little bit tricky. Follow the instructions very careful on the B and the E is all I'll say. Okay, they're a little bit more intricate, trickier models to put together than the rest. And sure, wouldn't you know that John Eves was behind those designs? So maybe John is kind of like the practical joker in him, is trying to get revenge. But it is worth the time. But as I always say with anyone when you do models, the more time you put into these, the best you get out of them. Now, putting these kits together is fairly simple. I did use glue. Not necessarily that you need it, but any time I do a snap together kit, I tend to always use glue, especially model kits. So we're going to look at the C, and I did say at one point just the colouring on this ship. So she does kind of look like, I don't know, it just doesn't look too right. But in fairness, with AMT, they have seemed to have gotten all the other colours correct. So I think it's down to a personal choice. To me, I will probably spray paint her one, but like the detail in this is absolutely incredible. Beautiful, and she's actually a joy to put together, this one. One of my favourite ships, actually, I have to say. Actually, they're all. It just depends on what humour you're in. But again, nice and easy. And as I said, you don't need to use glue on these, but if you want it, you can. Just be very careful though as well. Small amounts. Glue drips will drip on the side, but I was kind of like, more so I'd put just glue into these parts here, just so the ships won't fall apart. As I said, I've a nice little, I'll go through it in a little while when I get to the ships again. I'll show you what my plan is to do with these guys. So that's the C, and then we're going to come on to our D, and the D comes in 2 bags. So they've gone for a grey. And if any of you remember the old AMT, the larger kit of the Enterprise D was a duck egg blue, which was the correct colour of the Enterprise D. It was nice enough by them at the time. If you weren't big into spray paint or anything like that, your ship was already the correct colour. You just had to add in the last few little bits and pieces. And the more advanced modelers would do everything from scratch. Oh, to be up to that standard. But no, I'm a keen modeler, and I'm going to start on my 1350 original ship soon. I've left my 1350 refit for a while because I just want to get more experience on model, because the 1350 refit is quite tough. But again, absolutely lovely, great little detail. Now when you see the saucer section, you say, oh, it looks a bit plain, but in fairness, when you see the decals, and I'll go through those sheets now soon enough, I think the decals will cover up nicely. So there she is there. They got the detail right on the back, on the shuttle base there as well, which is great, underneath the captain's yacht. So there is nice bits and pieces. So we're going to jump smoothly along to the E. So this is also the other tough one in the box. Okay, so again, pay attention. It's just the way how it joins together. And the instructions just, I think it's step 2 or step 3 on this, can be, it's just a little bit kind of confusing. But like all I say is just always don't glue anything, you know, just be careful. Don't snap anything in together too quickly. Just make sure that you plan it through and you'll be fine. Look at the detail on that, it's lovely. We'll go into the saucer section. Very nice. So that is all the bits and bobs in with the ships. Okay guys, so we're moving on to the decal sheets that come with this set. There's our decals for the NX-01. I'd say we're all going to have lots of fun getting these on. The joys of the decals. But very, very well. Nicely done. So with the NX-01, you're going to need a bit of red paint, a bit of blue for your nacelles and your buzzards, maybe a bit of gold for your deflector dish. With the refit, we have our deflector dish there, so you don't need to do anything there. And by the looks of things, our nacelles are covered, so no paint for the refit if you're just going to use the decals. So we'll move on to the next, and this is the Enterprise C. These look sweet, I have to say. Again, a lot of work. This is the hard part of the kit, guys. Patience and time. That's all I will say. But you know what? They look great. I'm really looking forward to getting these onto the kit. So moving on again, let's take a look. And we've got the Enterprise E. And again, lucky enough, we don't need any paint by the looks of things on the E, except for the deflector dish. So kind of a yellowish gold, if my memory serves me right. But again, nice details. Lovely. And these are, as I said, water-based. They are not pressurized stickers, which were due to come with the kit, but I believe there was problems with them. Maybe that's why the kit was a little late, but it's definitely worth waiting for. This Aztecian scheme and the details for the D looks absolutely stunning. And again, it's another one that I can't wait to get stuck into. I think there'll be a lot of patience and time required to do this. And just in case you were worried, there is more for the D. So the D has plenty. And then we have the last of the B. Nice little Aztecing. There we go. And that's the decals. So let's see what all this turns into at the end of all our hard labor. Okay guys, so this is what you end up with. 7 beautiful Enterprises all in scale. So let's take a quick look at the NX-01, how it touches out and finishes up. So very, very nice. I think this is actually fairly cool for a ship this size. I think they've done a great job on it. Go underside. So you do need paints, guys. But what I'm going to suggest for some of you that would be scared of doing the decals and paint work, spray paint, get a primer, I'm going to go with a white primer. I am going to lightly white prime all of these because I don't want to lose too much of the details on it, because with spray painting you can lose all those kind of the details on the model. But then I am going to get a nice gold paint and spray them gold and kind of have a little set of Enterprises that will all be in gold. Now, remember what I said about, just in case you can't see there, as you can see, so you need to be careful there if you're not going to paint. So like, even just try and just paint that black, you know, you just want to try and bury that, because it probably will come through your decals. We don't want that. But yeah, I'm going to get some gold spray and spray these bad boys gold. So it will be like from the Enterprise E, with all the lovely ships. And at least on the Enterprise E, it wasn't like kind of just a cutout section of the ship. It's actually the full ships, which is fairly cool, and something I've always wanted to do. And you know, I think it's great that this kind of gives fans, someone that might not have model built in a long time, scared of decals, scared of painting, you know, just get a spray paint. You're just looking for a basic primer and then a gold paint, and spray your models, and there you go. You know, so you wouldn't have to worry about the decaling or anything like that. You just have to build your ships. And there's lots of great channels out on YouTube that you can check out as well, if you know, basic spray painting of plastic models. Or, you know, there's also great channels as well with people out there that, you know, build these models. So, you know, check out YouTube. You'll definitely find lots of information there on how to do these. TrekWorks is one, which is fairly cool. He gives you great modeling tips and so forth like that. So I'm not sure has he touched any of the smaller models. I'm sure he has, but again, just for you guys. So before I finish up with this review, guys, straight away in the States, this is recommended retailing price at $84, which is quite good. I got my kit. I bought my kit from Monsters in Motion. They had a special discount for the pre-order, which was $69, which I'm sure they're still doing at the moment. And fair play to them, they sent me that nice and quick. So I literally got my sample yesterday from Round 2 Models. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks again, Jamie. And today, lucky enough, my kit came that I ordered, which is brilliant. So it gave me a chance to, you know, put together a kit and have a kit that I could show for you guys, which is definitely very handy for doing a review like this. So yeah, $69 from Monster Emotions. For me, it was an overall charge of $103 to have it shipped to the Republic of Ireland, which is great. This is going on sale in the UK soon. It was due out in April, so it was meant to be due out in April in the States as well, so it was slightly delayed, so it's about a month late. I do think it is due out at the end of this month in the UK and Europe. Recommending retail and price in the United Kingdom, I have seen one place looking for £120, but there is sites that are advertising for £99 sterling. So it's down to yourself, guys, where you want to pick up these kits. I have to say, overall, I am actually quite pleased. It's been a very long time coming that I have actually managed to have a full set of Enterprises all to scale. So I am really delighted. There is one or two little bits and pieces, you know, with a model kit, which you'll always expect to find. There's a little bit of issues where you might want to do a bit of filling and stuff like that. That's more for the more advanced modeler. But as I said, if you're not that advanced at modeling, do what I'm going to do with one of these kits, and that is, as I said, I am going to have these gold, like the ship display in Picard's or in the conference room on the Enterprise E. which I'm looking forward to do, and I'll probably do a custom base and have all these on display, which will be fairly easy. So guys, that is my review of this wonderful kit. It's great to see the whole set of Enterprises all in one box, because again, we all know from being Star Trek fans and trying to get these kits, 9 times out of 10 they go out of stock very, very quick. And when they're broken up into little groups, you start getting one and then you find it hard to get maybe the C or maybe the D, and the prices do tend to go up fairly quick. So for my friends in Europe, all I say is keep an eye out. Check your local model stores, or keep checking Amazon at the moment. I know a friend of mine, Dave, when I put these images up yesterday as a preview, was finding it hard to find this kit available in the UK at the moment, but it is coming soon, guys. So I hope you like my review. Please subscribe to my channel, and until the next time, guys, slán go fóill, and take care and enjoy.